Hey, what's going on? It's Nick. So if you're watching this, it's probably because you're brand new to the team. So first, let me say congratulations on making it this far. Second, what I want to do is cut you this quick video because we recognize that on your first day you get bombarded with a ton of information and you're probably a little nervous about driving one of our vans. So a lot happens and you kind of have the opportunity to miss a lot of what's being said. So I'm making this video and we are calling it the 10 steps on how to properly RTS. First of all, let's talk about RTS. RTS means return to station. So that's obviously the end of your route. You've delivered all your packages and now you're calling dispatch to find out if it's okay to come home or if there's other work we need to have you do. So let's start right at the beginning. Number one, call dispatch after all of your packages are delivered. So once everything is out of your van and you've marked everything as delivered, then give us a call at dispatch and say, hey dispatch, my name is X, Y, and Z, and I'm completed my route. Do you have anything else you need me to do, or is it okay for me to RTS? They will take a look at your route on the route board and they'll try to figure out if everything looks good, you've delivered everything, there's no issues on your route, and they're gonna check everybody else and find out if there's anybody who needs a rescue. If all of your packages are delivered and nobody needs a rescue, great. But number two, be prepared to rescue. We send rescues to people most of the time as a courtesy, but we're trying to get everybody back here as quick as possible. And so we send rescues, especially you nursery routes, because you have such small package counts for your first 8 shifts that we decided that, hey, we'll use you guys to help kind of A, get you more experience, and B, assist other people that are out there. So again, 2, be ready to rescue. Number 3 then is get confirmation to RTS. So if dispatch says, okay, we've checked everything out, your route looks great and nobody else looks like they need any help, then they're gonna say, yep, it's okay to RTS. And you'll go, okay, awesome. And that leads me to number 4. Number 4 is that they're probably gonna say to you, hey, did you clock out for lunch yet? By Amazon law, anybody who drives a 5-hour shift has to take a 30-minute lunch. We don't require that you stop in the middle of your route and take a lunch. In fact, most of our drivers just go ahead and eat while they're working and just push right through it. But that being said, if you worked right through it, then you didn't have that 30-minute lunch punch on your card for that day. So we'll tell you, hey, punch it, go ahead and clock out for lunch now if you haven't done it. So what you'll do is you'll clock out for lunch and then start driving home and set a timer for 30 minutes. When that timer goes off, just go ahead and clock back in and continue working. The way we adjust for that later is that once it's time for you to clock out for the end of your day, you just build that 30 minutes back on. So when you've dropped everything off and you're ready to head to your car to go home, you go ahead and set that timer for 30 minutes again. And when it goes off, then you can go ahead and clock out. And now you've added that 30-minute time punch onto your time card at the end. So even though Amazon required you took a 30-minute, but you didn't take a break, you worked it all the way through, you're gonna get paid for that whole time. If you have any questions about that, there'll be a whole other video, I'm sure. So that being said, number 5, once you're on your way home, do not forget to refuel your van. There is a gas card in the bag that we gave you at the beginning of your shift. You are required to A, fill up your gas tank, and B, bring us a gas receipt proving that you did so. If you don't do either of those things, dispatch is gonna say, hey, where's your receipt? And you're gonna go, uh-oh, and then we're gonna send you back to the gas station to refuel and get that receipt for us. So make sure you refuel. Number 6 is then arrive at the station. When you arrive to the station at the end of your route, you're gonna arrive on the east side. So the side that's closest to our desk here at dispatch is the side you're gonna pull into. You're gonna drop off all of your totes and you're gonna bring in all of your devices to us. The first thing you're gonna do once you dropped off your totes and you get here is number 7. You have to check in at the RTS desk. Any of the 3 first desks to your right as you come in the big bay door and make a right to head towards our desk are RTS desks. And those are Amazon employees who are there to check. They're gonna scan your badge and then they're going to check your route and make sure that you don't have any return packages on your route or anything that looks weird. I will preface that with, we don't return anything when at all possible. And if you do have to return something, you better have called dispatch to confirm it and given us a good reason why and gone through that whole process. You'll learn that later. But make sure that you check in with RTS If you do have like canceled packages, you can't control those. Canceleds come back and they don't hurt you at all. But you want to make sure that you check out with RTS. Make sure they scan your badge. It's the only time of day you actually need your badge, but you have to have it. If you don't have your badge, you get penalized as well. So don't forget your badge. Then number 8 is check out here at the dispatch desk. So you're going to show up to our desk and stay on the other side of the plexiglass, and you're going to hand in your bag with your devices. Hopefully you've signed out of all of your devices. And we're going to ask you a couple of questions. We're going to ask you if you returned any packages, if you have any videos to watch on Mentor, what your FICO score is, and we're going to ask you to start confirming for us what your current Netrodyne score is as well. So be ready for that as well. If you're not driving in a blue Amazon van, you're not going to necessarily have an Amazon or a Netrodyne score yet, but they are coming. So make sure you familiarize yourself with that. Once dispatch has said, okay, we've got everything that you were supposed to return to us and everything looks good, now it's time for you to, number 9, return your van to the yard. So you're going to grab your van key, you're going to go ahead and take your van back to the yard. You're going to make sure that you wipe it all out completely with the disinfectant wipes that we have in there. Wipe every contact point that you touch. So make your steering wheel, your door handles, your shift knobs, anything else that you may have touched, seatbelt latches, all that stuff. Make sure you wipe everything down. Take out all of your trash, Clean your van so that the person who gets in it tomorrow doesn't have to deal with your junk. Please and thank you. Once you've got all that done, jump back in your car, make sure you lock the van, jump back in your car, and last but not least is number 10. Return your keys to dispatch and clock out or set your timer. So you're gonna come back in the bay door, you're gonna park on the north side probably, come back in, walk in the bay door, drop off your key to dispatch, and at this point, if you didn't take a lunch but you had to clock out on the way home, this is where you would go ahead and set your timer and then add that 30 minutes. Start a timer for 30 minutes and go ahead and head home. If you did take your lunch, you clock out here. This is the end of your day. This is where you clock out. So if you took a 30-minute lunch and sat down and had just 30 minutes of break time in the middle of your shift, this is where you clock out. Otherwise, make sure you do it the other way. Add that 30 minutes and you're good to go. That's pretty much it, guys. That's all you need to do. It's only 10 steps and it's pretty easy. It'll become second nature for you pretty quickly. But in the meantime, refer to this video if you have any questions or you get lost, and you can of course always call dispatch and they'll remind you exactly what to do. And in the meantime, keep doing a great job. Make sure you don't smack my vans in anything. I really appreciate that. And keep doing a great job. Focus, ask lots of questions. You're gonna do great. Call dispatch, they always have the answers. Please never guess. Never guess at what you're supposed to do. If you're a little bit unsure, ask the questions. We want you to grow and grow properly instead of creating bad habits. Keep it up. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.